Good morning, students. Today's poem is on the grasshopper and cricket by John Keats. John Keats is a very famous poet. He is known for the poems which are based on nature. So let's come to the poem. The poet says that the poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are tired because of the hot sun and hide in the cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge around the newly mown grass. This voice is that of the grasshopper. He takes the lead in summer's luxury. There is no end to his delights even in the hot summer. When tired out with fun, it rests at ease beneath some pleasant weeds. So you have to focus on the first line, that poetry of earth is never dead. That means there is a cycle of season, so it can be said the poetry of earth. That means our earth, our nature always experiences that there are several kinds of seasons and it changes. So the poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new mown mead. That is the grasshopper's. He takes the lead in summer luxury. He has never done with his delight, for when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. So the poet says that the poetry of earth is never dead. So when all the birds are tired because of the hot weather, hot sun, they hide in the cooling trees, and at that time a voice will run from hedge to hedge around the newly mown grass. So whose voice is this? This is the voice of the grasshopper. He takes the lead in summer's luxury. So there is no end to his delights. That means all the creatures enjoy the delightful summer very much. So in this way there is no end to his delights even in the hot summer. When tired out with fun, it rests at ease under some pleasant weeds. So grasshopper, when it is tired of its delightful activities, it rests under some pleasant weeds. The poetry of earth is ceasing never. On a lone winter evening, when the frost has wrought a silence, from the stove there shrills the cricket song in warmth increasing ever, and seems to one in drowsiness half lost, the grasshoppers among some grassy hills. So from grasshopper we will shift to cricket. So the poet says that the poetry of the earth never stops. So on a secluded, a lone winter evening, when the frost has brought about a silence, the shrill sound of the cricket song comes from the stove. The cricket song keeps increasing in warmth and reminds us of summer even in the dreary cold of winter. So to someone who is half lost in drowsiness, that means one who is half asleep. The cricket's song is a reminder of the grasshopper's summer song among some grassy hills. That means there is a contrast in nature. So, grasshopper enjoys the delightful summer, it enjoys its activities, and in terrible winter, the cricket, the creature also enjoys it very much. So, on the grasshopper and cricket tells us about the delightful delightful activities of small creatures in nature. So, we have to accept the summer as well as the cold with open mind. Everything has its important in our life. That means everything is important in Mother Earth. That means nature. So in this way, the poetry of earth is never dead.